and welcome here to TalkFCB, and welcome back to the brand new season. And haven't we missed this? La Liga football. What have I been doing over the summer? I've been sitting there relaxing, enjoying myself, enjoying my nights, and now I've got to watch this. Over 100 minutes of nonsense in this league. Now, I'm going to go on to talk about Barca's performance and what we did wrong and why we dropped points tonight, because look, there's things that we can do better. I'm fully aware of that. But what is this league? What is this officiating right now? It's a joke. It's out of control. This is the first game. I mean, at least give it a few games before you lay this on us. At least give us a few games of false hope that the league and the season will be okay. This is a joke. I mean, I cannot believe what we've seen out there tonight, guys. From red cards, from decisions from the referee, from the absolute nonsense from Getafe. And then at the end, what on earth happened there? The penalty that should have been given that wasn't. The handball, apparent handball in the build-up. My head is spinning right now. It is absolutely spinning. So let's just get on to talk about the game. But it's Getafe 0, Barca 0. We dropped points, same start as last season. Let's talk about it. Because, okay, deep breaths, count to 3. Let's all try and relax a minute, calm the blood pressure down. That is what we need in this moment. Because let's start with Xavi's lineup for this game, which in itself was quite interesting there. Because already you had Araújo at right back, which I did not like, right from the word go. Not good there to have him in that area. We should not have to call upon him in that area. We need a right back. How many more times are we going to say it? In midfield there, Xavi went with 4 midfielders, which again, I feel like was an intriguing choice here. Away at Getafe, could we have done with more attacking presence? Could we have done with a threat there out wide on both sides of the field? I think we could have. I don't really think 4 midfielders was necessary in this game. Lewandowski there alongside Raphinha leading our attack. But if we just switch back for a moment to Getafe, our opponents, what kind of football did they play? Honestly, guys, do they enjoy playing that brand of football? Do they go out there every week and think, I can't wait to start the season, so all we can do all game is just foul people, waste time, practice the football dark arts? Do they genuinely enjoy that? And the coach there, Bordalas, that's his thing, that's what he's known for. I just don't understand it. I really, really don't here. Getafe in this game, they weren't physical. It was just over the top. I'm fine with physicality there, going up against each other, having a real battle in a game. That wasn't it. It was almost a cowardly way of being physical there, nudging people off the ball, throwing elbows in here and there, tripping players up when the referee had his back turned. That's not physical. That's just being a bunch of cowards, and that is what we saw from them today. And we saw it there especially with an elbow on İlkay Gündoğan from Damian Suarez, who was the main culprit of everything. I was amazed that not only was that not given as a foul, the clear elbow there into İlkay Gündoğan, which left him on the floor, by the way, struggling to breathe, wasn't given as a foul. No yellow card, no nothing for Damian Suarez. And then it was interesting to see what happened, because Barca rather inevitably got frustrated, and unfortunately Raphinha did exactly what Getafe wanted us to do. They wanted us to stoop to their level. They were begging us to sort of fall into their trap, and Raphinha did. He elbows somebody. It's a bad challenge, of course it is. It's a straight red card. You can't really argue with that. But the only thing I would argue with, why wasn't the other ones red? Why were Getafe not punished in the same way that Barca were? And of course, it's the inconsistency. That is what we're most angry with here. In this league, the inconsistency is extraordinary there. So Raphinha, bad decision. Puts us on the back foot, puts us in a difficult position. And actually, he was playing really well at that point as well. He got into some good positions. He worked the goalkeeper there. There was a ball in behind that he brought down out the air really well. Good effort on goal. So Raphinha was doing good things. He was our biggest threat in attack, and he gets himself sent off. That was not ideal. And in the first half, you could see Xavi there during a cooling break. La Liga there got a few microphones down by the touchline. They're trying to improve the league. Maybe they could focus on the referees as well as the technology. That would be much appreciated. But Xavi there talking amongst his players, clearly saying, we need to up the tempo. We need to move the ball quicker in midfield. We need to have at most 2 touches. No more than that. We need to do things quicker. But ultimately, throughout the entire game, guys, I thought our passing in midfield midfield and right the way through the field really was just poor. I thought it looked like a kind of team who weren't really ready for the season to start. It was quite lethargic. We were quite slow, laboured. The decision making in the final third wasn't even good at all. And you know what? The closest we came in that first half, apart from Raphinha, was Oriol Romeo. Really good effort, a goal on the edge of the box there. He beats his man, does really well, navigates himself to a shooting opportunity, takes it on. Really good strike across goal, low and hard there. Very nearly finds the bottom corner. So Romeo there, I thought he had a solid enough game today, and he very nearly got himself on the score sheet as the first half ended 0-0. Which then brings us on to the second half, which was just as much fun as the first half was, because we had Abde coming on off the bench at the very beginning of the second half there. Xavi making quite an early change for him. Christensen came off, so that meant that Frenkie de Jong dropped back into defence. It was him at centre-back with Gundogan there a bit deeper alongside Romeo in midfield, and I thought Abde in general, guys, it was kind of hit and miss, and there was a few decisions in the final third that I know a lot of Barca fans were quite frustrated with him with, taking shots on maybe when he shouldn't have done, the cutbacks when he was in good areas, not really finding his man, and those are things that need to improve. He needs to learn very, very quickly as a Barca player. But there was one moment, of course, which is a big moment in the game. He makes a really good run from deep there. It's a good ball over the top again from the defensive line, and Abde explodes in behind. He's actually through on goal, and Xavi thinks he's brought down in that area there, and Xavi gets very animated on the touchline, obviously not happy again with a refereeing decision, and then he gets sent off too, which I think is quite funny, because right throughout this game, guys, how many times did you see Bordalas on the field there, the Getafe coach? He came charging onto the pitch on about 3 different occasions. He just as well had gone and joined his players. He was on the pitch that often, Bordalas. He just as well had been playing, and yet he got no punishment. He was allowed to stay on the sidelines or on the pitch for as long as he wanted to. Xavi, though, was given a straight red card, and yes, after 57 minutes of the game there, Getafe did get a red of their own. It was Mata there, the striker, with an incredibly late tackle on Ronald Araújo. That was actually a second yellow card, and it was kind of there right in front of the referee. Even he couldn't miss it. I'm sure he would have liked to. I'm sure he would like to turn his head at the last minute, but he didn't quite do it in time, so he simply had to send Mata off in the end. But Barca in general struggled to create golden opportunities there, and one of them came actually down the right-hand side. Araújo again having to do this kind of offensive work. For me, that actually offends me. Having to see Araújo there bombing down the right-hand side as a right-back, that's not him. He should not be asked to do that. He is a top-quality centre-back. What are we doing? But he puts the ball in the box. Lewandowski gets his head on it. Tough game again, I thought, for Lewandowski, but this one was cleared off the line, and that was about as close as he got. And then we had a few late subs in the game, didn't we? Lamine Yamal came off the bench, Romeo off in his place, and Sufati also came on for Pedri, and Gavi came on there, bringing some intensity later on in the game there, coming on for Ilkay Gundogan. And you've got to say, Lamine Yamal, I can understand why Xavi was sort of sceptical about using him maybe because of how physical and rough Getafe were being in this game. You didn't want him to pick up any injuries or anything like that, but he came on immediately, literally his first touches of the game. He skips inside, wonderful ball, absolutely incredible ball, in behind Duansu. He hits it then on the volley, first time, great effort at goal, and it just goes over. That could have been the most perfect moment there. Yamal finding Ansu, what a combination that could have been, but Ansu not quite keeping the finish down, score staying at 0-0, but there was to be one more chance. There was to be one more opportunity in this game. We played a load of added time because La Liga are adding it all on. We're going to be here for about 2 weeks every single match day. And in the very final seconds of that added time, Ronald Araújo is fouled in the box, in the Getafe penalty box. That's what happened. It's a clear penalty kick. It's obvious. Right there, no connection with the ball. He goes straight through Araújo, takes him out. It's a penalty. Now, VAR are looking for a way. You just know they're looking for a way. How can we not give this? It's a clear penalty, but how can we not give it? We've got to find a way here not to award Barca that last second penalty, and they find it. They think that Gavi handles the ball in the build-up, even though he's pushed, even though he's being manoeuvred around. He can't do anything about it, but they think that that means it is not a penalty, and they choose there to end the game at 0-0. That's what they've done. They have intervened and chosen that this game must end in a draw, and that's what's happened. Barca, for the second season in a row here, have started the campaign with a 0-0 draw. It's incredibly frustrating. I thought last year's against Rayo Vallecano at home, when we just could not score, was frustrating. This takes it to a whole new level. And if this is a sign of things to come in La Liga this season, honestly, guys, I'm going to need some help. I'm going to need some serious help here on the channel. But I just want to know, what on earth is your takeaway from tonight's game, guys? Obviously, I'm angry and frustrated here that we dropped points. I'm frustrated about the decisions that we've seen. But I'm also a bit frustrated with what we've seen from Barça too. Some of the decisions tonight from the team, from the players, and Xavi as well. We're going to be talking about all of that soon, breaking it down in a lot more detail. But what is your immediate reaction? What are you feeling here tonight after the first game of the season? It wasn't meant to be like this. This is not what any of us wanted to happen, but it has. And welcome to La Liga. Let me know, guys, your thoughts down below. I will be seeing you soon with more videos. You can absolutely count on that. We've got lots more that we're going to talk about. But I will catch you soon for all of that. Thank you indeed for tuning in, even despite what has been a frustrating night. I'll catch you soon. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.